way will be clear and it'll be easy to understand as we go through the presentation. So you should all see the slideshow on your screens. And something I want to point out is if you hover your mouse kind of around the lower part of the screen, you'll see there's a bit of a taskbar or different options that you see there. Important that everybody mutes their microphone. So when you see looking at that little bar, starting at the left, you'll see a clock, and then there's a camera and a microphone. So please make sure that you've clicked on the microphone and that there is a line running through the microphone so that you're muted. And the best part about that is if kids and TVs and everything are going on in the background at homes, then we won't hear it in the meeting and it's easier to hear the speaker. The other thing I want to point out is you'll see that there's a little hand. And when you click on that hand, it'll raise your hand and it'll show that you have a question. So we do have a presentation that probably will take 20 or 25 minutes. If you have a question during the presentation, feel free to press the hand button, and we'll see on the screen that you have your hand up. And then if you're done your question, you can lower your hand again. And certainly at the very end of the presentation, we will have time for questions from everyone. You'll see that there is a chat box option. The third little icon from the right is a little thought bubble or conversation bubble. You can click on that and you'll see the chat, which will show up on the right side of the screen. And if you go into there, you're able to write in a question or a comment as we go through the meeting. Okay, and you'll see that a couple comments have been put in there, mostly around welcoming our friend Heather to the meeting. So we are going to get started without further ado. So we'll work our way through the slideshow and we'll have different folks stepping in to present various parts of the slides. So again, we welcome you to our evening tonight. We're very excited to have all of you here, and we are going to start with just a real quick look at this neat video, just to take a look at our school. It's a neat opportunity, thanks to Mr. Chidiak and his drone, to take a quick look over the schoolyard and the building. So again, we welcome this unique group. Is actually the class of 2034, if you can believe that. It's crazy when we think about the years that we were all born and the ages of these kids. And the kids are listed there. You'll see that they're in 3 groups, and that is based on the classes that they'll be in when they start school in September. We're going to lead you a little prayer, and this is a prayer for a parent sending a child off to school. So please join me in the sign of our faith in the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. Lord, as they enter school, I ask for great things for my child. I do not ask for them to just get by or to do okay. I ask that you bless them abundantly. I ask that you give them strength and courage and determination. I ask that you give them eyes to see their own beauty and the beauty of the world around them. I ask that you put them in situations that are positive and life-affirming, and that you give them the right words and the right actions to succeed and to thrive. I ask for good people in their life, good friends, kind classmates, inspiring teachers. I ask for teachers that can light a fire in their heart and soul and make them want to shine. I ask for teachers that understand and encourage and inspire, to be with them, give them signs to know you are with them. Burrow deep into their hearts so they know they belong to you. Protect them. I ask all of these things with the expectation that you will provide. I trust you. Oh, and Lord, before I end this, thank you. Thank you for the gift of my wonderful child. Thank you for knowing I need them and they need me. And thanks for putting us together. Please bless and protect all kids starting school and all moms and dads. It isn't easy, but it is exciting. Amen. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. So just by way of introduction, again, we welcome you to St. John's Catholic Elementary School. For many years, our school has been located here in the heart of the community and has welcomed all learners to belong and gather and to be successful in a community of inclusion and faith. As a Catholic school, we believe that it is our privilege and a responsibility to educate and nurture hope in all learners so that they may realize their full potential to transform God's world. We are dedicated to providing our learners with opportunities to develop their minds, bodies, and spirits, and we have called you to belong and look forward to gathering to become an amazing school community. Education may look a little different right now, but we are committed to working together to keep all the children safe, happy, and healthy. And of course, right now, safe, happy, and healthy does mean that our students are all working at home. Our school motto is, I am my choices. It's a philosophy and a decision-making tool and a guiding principle for a successful life. Quite simply, it means that you become the choices that you make, or at least a reflection of them. If you do good things, then good things are likely to happen for you and to you. If you work hard in school, you're respectful, friendly, caring, and a positive person, you'll certainly find academic and lifelong success. You'll have great friends, and your community will have a great image of you in their minds. If you make poor choices, there are negative consequences. You may not achieve the grades that you or your parents desire. You might experience social difficulties, and you may find yourself in trouble at school, at home, or in the community. We follow the teachings of Jesus Christ. He shows us what is right and just, and when he asks us to follow him and do good deeds. Jesus' teachings show us that we have the freedom to choose, and he is clear about the positive and negative results of our choices. Ms. McDonald?
Hey, I'm Sherry McDonald, and I'm the lucky vice principal at St. John's. And I have the privilege of being able to introduce some of our fabulous staff members. So we're going to start with our early years teams. And for a bit of fun, there are some of their Bitmojis. So your kindergarten team is quite unique to other grades at St. John's. It includes a team of 2 educators. One of them is a certified kindergarten teacher through Ontario College of Teachers. And the other amazing partner is a registered early childhood educator. They work together as a team to collaborate and complementary partner to support your children and your family. So you have 2 teachers in the room, so super lucky. We have 3 teams this year. All of these people have worked together, and we know how amazing they are. They all have very different gifts and strengths and interests, but your kids are very lucky, whichever the classrooms they end up in. So in our classroom 105, all of these classrooms are just outside of the gym area that you're going to see some pictures of shortly. So we have Miss Diane Meem and Miss Tracy Call. In room 106, which will also be our extended day room, we have Miss Patty, Mrs. Buchholz, and we will have another member of that team joining us, but we're not quite sure who that is yet. And in room 107, we have Miss Campbell, Mrs. Scott, and you can see a puppet there in the picture on Miss Campbell's lap. That's Apples. So you children will get to know Apples, the puppet. It's quite fabulous. In the office, there's myself, Mrs. McDonald, our principal, who you've just spoken to, Mr. Gladding. We have Mrs. Good, the administrative assistant at this point in time, and we will be joined by another admin assistant. I'm just going to tell you a little bit throughout this presentation that you guys will be able to come back to. there will be things that are highlighted in yellow. Where it's highlighted in yellow, you're going to go onto the picture, and there's a little halo type idea in the right-hand corner. We'd like for you to select that halo, and you can get a 360 view of the office. So this is what our office looked like last week during COVID time. It doesn't normally look like this. It's normally filled with a lot of people. There's Mr. Gladding's office. There's the Pope. And there's my office. And there's the main door where you sign the kids in and out. So throughout this presentation, I think there's 7 different opportunities for you to take a look at the school. So these are some super important people in our building. We have Miss Winslow, who will be the planning time teacher for kindergarten. She's been doing that this year. And I believe that's a role she'll be continuing in September. So she'll be teaching your children health, drama, dance, and she'll be working with the other kindergarten teams. We have Miss McNeil, who is in student success or a special education teacher. She will be joined by a partner who we will name in September. Then we have 2 fabulous child and youth care workers. We have Miss Kelly Jo Murphy and Mr. Sean Shanahan. And probably the person who will be very important to your child, because most of them will love the library, is Miss Gerhardt, our library technician. And this is a fabulous team coming up. We have 5 fabulous English as a second language teachers. They work together as a team. They're assigned various classrooms, and they directly support and they monitor our English as a second language students. They'll talk to you exactly what that means later on. So we have Miss Bankole, Mrs. Harris, Mrs. Mendez, Mr. Mina, and Miss Soulard.
So like Ms. McDonald said, there's pictures in the slideshow of different spaces around the school, and you'll have the opportunity to spend some time with your child looking through these slides. This is why we sent the slideshow to you in the email today. So you'll have a chance to flip through this at your leisure and check out the pictures of the different spaces in the school. As Ms. McDonald said, if you want to go in to check out a particular picture, so this here is in the Learning Commons, the Library Learning Commons. This is the gym, and this is the main entrance. So just real quickly, I'll show you what you need to do. You click on that link, and then in the top right corner, you see this little circle with the arrow. You click on that, and then you are able to pan around and look through the whole space. So this is the front door, the main door of the school. So when you come in here, you'll come walking in and you'll make your way up these stairs to the office right here. And so if you're ever coming in with your child to drop them off, or you need to pick them up for an appointment, this would be the place that you'd come to. And it's right here is the Library Learning Commons. So you can check out the gym and the Learning Commons on this particular slide. You can check out some of our outdoor spaces and one of the classrooms here. We'll pop into one of the classrooms right now so you can check it out. Whoops, sorry. So you can sort of scan around and see the classroom. Obviously, this picture was taken a little while ago with the Christmas tree in the background. So all of our kindergarten classes will look fairly similar to each other. They're all about the same size, have the same equipment and supplies. So we like to think that there is something for everyone and a place for all at our school. If you look around at the different pictures on this particular slide, you can see sports in action. You can see kids doing physical activity in the class. You can see our faith component when we're over at the church for masses and liturgies. These friends here are all wearing their safety vests. These are the leaders on our buses to help get everybody to school safely. We have a bunch of girls who do some coding, which means computer programming. Here's a picture from a classroom. and you know, lots of fun with dance opportunities in the gym. And of course, every year we have a drama presentation. We run a full-fledged play, and we run that at a theater downtown. Last year, our school presented Mary Poppins Jr. So here's some important information. I think, Miss McDonald, you're talking to this.
So we have some really important information we would like to give you. And we would also like for you to keep on hand just to review again before you come to school in September. And we're also going to give an opportunity for your kindergarten team and part of our ESL team to share their voices.
Oh, all right. So at St. John's, we have a number of students in kindergarten who speak another language at home. And we really want to encourage you to continue to speak that other language to your child at home, to continue to read books to your child in that other language, to watch TV shows in that language with your child. Definitely do not stop speaking or building those language skills for your child, because whatever skills your child has in their first language will help them when it comes to learning English. So the first language will not compete with English or make learning English harder. If anything, it will help them. So being proficient in speaking, in reading, in writing in their first language will give them an excellent foundation for learning English. Also, the research shows that the more your child is able to speak and read in their home language, the better they will do in English actually at school. So if you need an interpreter for your meetings with classroom teachers, don't hesitate to ask your classroom teacher. Your classroom teacher will have someone who can help find the ESL teachers will help find an interpreter that will translate maybe English to Spanish or English to Russian or English to Arabic for you, whichever your home language is. So when you fill in the registration form, please indicate what your home language is. So whether it be Spanish, it be Arabic, it be Tigrinya, please write it on that registration form. It's a super important information for us to have. Next slide, please. Thank you. So even if your child is born in Canada, the fact that they speak a different language at home makes them a English as a English language learner student. And that's a good thing. That's an asset. So also, if your child is born outside of Canada and they've come to Canada with you, that also, and they're speaking a different language while born outside of Canada or even now in your home, that makes them an ELL student. And in our school at St. John's, ELL students receive support depending on the level of their need. Since your child is coming into kindergarten, your child will not really have a lot of direct interaction with the ESL teacher. It will be more so if when your child begins grade 1, if they still need some support to learn English, at that time they may work with an ESL teacher. In kindergarten, the students learn English so fast and so quickly because of the way that the teachers focus on making the learning hands-on that there's not going to be too much of a problem. If your child is coming with zero English, the teacher will really work hard with your child. And in the JK year, in the SK year, a lot of growth in their English skills will happen. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Charlene McNeil. As Ms. McDonald introduced earlier, I'm one of the student success teachers at St. John's. I just wanted to take note and ask you that if your child has any special education needs, please inform the school as soon as possible. This allows us to plan for your child and make their entry into school as smooth as possible and support them in any way that they need. Also, throughout the year, you may be contacted by myself or the administrative staff or the school principals to, invite you to meetings with other agencies and also to develop programs to suit the needs of your child. Thank you.
Is this Tracy?
It is, but I can help
sorry.
out. Oh, sorry, there you go,
Sorry, I got it
Tracy.
now. If your child has any health concerns or critical medical information, such as asthma, allergies, a heart condition, or diabetes, just to name a few, please let the school administration and the kindergarten team know as soon as possible. This is very important as we need to put plans in place so that we can help keep your child as safe as possible while they are at school.
So it's very, very important for us to keep the children safe while they're at school and certainly on their way to school. So just want to give you a bit of a sense of how things work in terms of arrival in the morning. So the kindergarten children will gather on the schoolyard in the front playground. So in the very front of the school, when you're driving down Strange Street, there's a fenced off area, and that's where the children will always be dropped off and picked up. And we certainly, when children are being picked up, they are being delivered directly to their parents or guardians, the folks that we get to know and expect to be taking the children home. So the parents must stay with their child unless there's staff supervising. So the regular supervision of the front kindergarten pen does start at 9 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes parents are in a situation where they need to be a little earlier. And so on the big yard at the back of the school, there is a staff member available at 8:45. It is certainly our preference that kindergarten students would come for 9 o'clock, and then they're up in the kindergarten pen at the front with the rest of their classmates. And the students that are coming for the extended day program, you're going to hear a little bit more about extended day later on. But you'll see that we have a doorbell back by the gym doors. And so students that are coming in and out of the extended day will be signed in and out with their parents. So bus students, children will be walked outside at the end of the day to be loaded on the buses. And same in the morning when the children come off the bus, they're escorted out to the kindergarten pen. And if you're walking your child to school, then we would expect parents and guardians and siblings to wait out at the front of the school by the pen for the teachers to dismiss the walking students. And of course, if a student is in the extended day program, then their teacher would just have them go to the extended day room at the end of the school day. Ms. Meem?
Hi, friends. Welcome to St. John's. I want to talk a little bit about transportation. We have children who get bused to school and we have children who walk. If you want to know if you live in a busing or walking zone, you can actually visit click on the blue link and find that out. During the last week of August, you will get a note from the transportation people at the board telling you where your stop will be, and you will be able to also take advantage of a program called Ride the Bus in August. You have to register for that. Okay.
Mr. Gladding, you're no longer sharing your slide deck.
I was thinking something funny was happening. Is it back?
Now it is. Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that.
So again, you will get a letter in the mail if you ride the bus in August. It will tell you your stop, and it will also have an invitation for you to join the First Rider program. That's a program where you can ride the bus with your child before they come to school. So when they come to school, they'll know what's happening. Now in September, when your child comes to school, we will give each child a bus name tag. It will have a color on. That will be the color of their bus, and it will have the stop. And we will put those on your child's backpack. When at the end of the day, when the bus drops your child off, you need to be at the bus stop waiting to meet them. If you are not at the bus stop and nobody is there to pick up your child, the bus driver will bring your child back to school. And busing begins on the first day of school, and you can see the flyer for more details.
Okay, thanks, Miss Meme. And I just want to echo what Miss Meme said about the pickups at the end of the day. There's a very important reason that line is highlighted in the slide. It is critical for moms and dads, or moms or dads, one or the other, to be picking up the child when the bus gets to the bus stop. You can imagine when a bus rolls into a neighborhood with 50 little kids on it, we can't just let them off and let them suddenly be dispersed around the neighborhood. So it's very important that you and we take care of the safety of your child. Miss Patty?
Hello. Yep. Hi, it's Shannon Patty. I'm one of the kindergarten teachers. You will need to send with your son or daughter healthy morning and afternoon snack and lunch for them to eat during the day. And all the food that they bring has to be nut-free. So you're going to need to look at the labels on your food to make sure that there's no peanuts or nuts in it, because we have some children with severe allergies. To reduce waste, you should send it in reusable containers with their names written on it. They can bring water bottles, juice, or drinks with them to drink during the day. Peanut butter substitutes are also not permitted at school. It's hard to tell the difference between peanut butter and peanut butter substitutes, so they aren't allowed as well. And please label and write their name on everything. Kindergarten students have a hard time returning their belongings to their bags sometimes. So if they go missing, their name's written on it, really helps.
The grade 8 kids have trouble keeping track of their stuff too, but at least the kindergartens, their moms and dads are paying a lot of attention to that.
Hi, everyone. I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about school supplies. It's very important that you make sure your kids bring a big school bag, one that would be able to hold a library book, because we will be going to the library, and also their lunch bag and anything that we may be sending home with them daily. There's a lot of really cute backpacks out there that are small, but it's really important that's big enough to carry all their items, especially library books. Also, a lunch box filled with their snacks and their lunch, of course, but with reusable containers. Sometimes it's really good to label these containers number 1 or number 2, or either with an L or an S, so the kids know that L is for eating lunch or S is for snack, or eating 1 first and eating 2 second. This will help kind of with them knowing what they need to eat throughout the day. Also, indoor shoes. They need to be child friendly. What that means is Velcro or slip-on, ones that they are able to take on and off themselves and without really any help. If we have 26 or more kids in our class and they're all wearing lace-up shoes, it makes it really hard for the teachers in the EC to be able to care to all those shoes. So it's very important that they are shoes that they can take on and off themselves. Also, a change of clothes is important in case there's an accident, or sometimes we'll do water play or outdoor play and they can get really dirty throughout the day. So having a change of clothes is great. We will keep that at the school in their cubby. And if we end up using that change of clothes, we will send them home in a bag with a note asking for new ones to be sent in the next day. It's very important to label all of your child's things, including their backpack, their lunch bag, their containers, their change of clothes, even their shoes. You can do this through purchasing a thing called Mabel Labels, or using a permanent marker to just put their initials inside of these products.
Ms. Campbell?
Okay, yeah, sorry, I was just trying to unmute there. Hello to all of our new families. Welcome to St. John's. As Mrs. McDonald mentioned earlier, as she introduced us, I'm one of the team members in the kindergarten classrooms. My name is Caroline Campbell, and I would like to talk to you a little bit about school readiness skills. So just getting ready for what that's going to look like as a new journey for you and your child coming up in the fall. and getting ready to be part of a new learning environment, unlike the one that you have at home. So there will be new friends, new students and staff, and we will certainly work with you to guide you and help ease into that. Working with others was something really important there, is that idea of sharing. So that's something that's quite easy to work on at home, the idea of taking turns and maybe having to compromise, like, I'm going to use this first and then you could use it, or may I use it when you're finished? Those kind of things, maybe even when you're playing with your child at home, would be great things to be working on. And the idea of listening and following directions. So doing things that require 1 and 2 step directions, such as first you're going to put your PJs on, then you're going to brush your teeth, or something like that, where there's a couple of things that you are requesting from your child to do. And then hopefully that will start to build in, and the routine of school is very much like that, as we ask for different things throughout the day. Hopefully you are aware of any hearing or vision concerns that you have. If you have anything that you are concerned about, please speak with your family physicians between now and September to have things such as hearing and vision checkups. That's something that would be great to have in place for the fall if there is something that you are already questioning, maybe and just haven't had a chance to look into. And of course, the final one there is the idea of being independent regarding washroom routines. So we really talk a lot about listening to our bodies and not waiting until it's too late if your child needs to use the washroom. As Mrs. Scott mentioned in the previous slide, we do ask for a change of clothes that will be kept at school. And that is a perfect example of when those accidents happen. But really working on being independent in being able to go into the washroom. Each of the classrooms do have their own washroom in them. So it's something that just practicing good hygiene, flushing, making sure that you're using the toilet and not the floor, washing hands, soap and water, maybe even practicing singing the happy birthday song when you're doing the hand washing, so that it's a really good 20-30 second scrub. And then we'll be all set. And we look forward to beginning this journey with you in the fall.
Hi, I'm Mari Buchholz. I'm one of the ECEs at
Sorry,
St.
Mr. Gladding, we lost the screen again, and I think you might be on mute. You lost the screen again.
I can see the screen.
Is it back up?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm Mari Buchholz. I'm one of the ECEs at St. John. I am going to be part of the Extended Day program. The Extended Day program runs from 7 in the morning till 6 o'clock at night. We open the doors at 7 when you buzz in, and we ask that parents are there to be ready to leave the school by 6 o'clock. It's really important that those timelines are respected. Our Extended Day program is a seamless day into the Children's Day. So we have activities and different things going on that could be going on through the kindergarten day as well. It's a program that runs for JK to grade 6. So they'll be integrated maybe with some of their siblings. So to remember that they could be with their siblings during the morning or the afternoon. Another thing that I'd like to mention is if you are enrolling your child for the Extended Day program, there is a 2-week wait period. So if you need care, you need to enroll your child 2 weeks before the date of the care that they need to ensure that they are enrolled for that time. That also includes for if you are withdrawing your child from the program, that it's a 2-week period. So you withdraw 2 weeks before their end date. We do run on PD days and Christmas break and March break. Christmas and March break are run at our home schools, which is different than in years previous. If you have any other questions, you can feel free to ask, or you can visit our website link, which is also there on the screen. I look forward to meeting everybody in the fall.
This is our chance for our settlement worker, Martha, to say hi.
Hi, everybody. My name is Martha Kasai. I work with the YMCA, and I will be helping parents in St. John's schools. Tuesdays and Wednesdays the whole day, and Monday and Thursdays the half day. So we serve parents who came to Canada who are new. We help them with I help them with the registration, parent and filling documents and referring them to YMCA. So if you need me anytime, my phone number is 519-501-6058. You can come and meet me anytime. I will repeat this in Tigrinya. Salam, Marta.
Hey, Martha,
Yeah.
can you just make sure that you're talking really close because you're kind of going in and out with the sound?
Okay, how about now?
Yeah, good.
Okay. سلام كما يوعلكم مارتا بحال مارتا كحساي سواي ام سي سرح مبزحتو جزي جنب بيت تمرتي سرح سولسن ربعان مولو معلت له سرحي كأنا مس مهران زلكم ركب أخيبات دليهم مزجاب قال أنا تمرتي كلا نقرأت كأنا أفت عبي بيت صحفتنا أفتناي واي ام سي أو نجرا دوكمنت ملا نحجزكم ብዙሕ ነገራት ከምዚ ሶሻል ኢንሹራንስ ናምበር ንምውፃእ ፒአር ንምውፃእ ብዙሕ ኣገልግሎታት ንገብር ኢና ስለዚ ቴሌፎን 519-501-6058 ክትረኽቡን ትኽእሉ ኢኹም ይቐኒለይ thank you.
Thank you, Martha. And Martha certainly will take some questions at the end of the meeting today. And absolutely, she will speak in Tigrinya to answer those questions. And maybe, Martha, you could tell them that as well.
ዝኾነ ሰብ ሕቶ ዘለዎ ብትግርኛ ክትሓቱና ትኽእሉ ኢኹም ብእንግሊዝኛ ክምልሰልና እዩ ፖል ይቐኒለይ
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, folks, within the slideshow, which you all have a copy of, there is a video. It's about 14 minutes. We're not going to show that to you. We'll have you, you'll have a chance to watch that on your own. And we have been asking for translated versions of this. And when they come, we will definitely send them out to you. So at this point in the slideshow, when you're looking yourself, you'll be able to watch that video. There's a few different ways to stay connected for information with us. We do have a Twitter account. So if you follow those, the at St. J Thunder is our Twitter account handle, and you'll have a chance to go, and we'll often post pictures of things that are happening or alerts that an event is coming up. Very, very important, the Newswire, which will give you information in September about how to sign up for. The Newswire is an opportunity for you to basically subscribe to a news service from the school. And we'll give you an explanation on a piece of paper at the start of the year. And when you subscribe to the Newswire, every time we send out a notice of any event or information that you need, it will automatically come to your email and you'll have that information. So we really discovered during this learning at home time how critical that Newswire is and having as many people subscribed as possible so that we're able to send messages out to you. Of course, we do have a school website and lots of information is posted on there, and you'll see pictures from time to time as well. Student transportation notifications. So earlier you saw the address for the student transportation services of Waterloo Region. And so that website will always have information about late buses or cancellations. And they actually have a Newswire you can subscribe to as well, on which you'll be able to get an email if your bus is running late. School Cash Online is a way that we ask families to pay for different things that have a cost when you're at school. And we'll give you the information about how to sign up for that in September. And we really appreciate the opportunity to have as many people using School Cash Online as possible. And I can tell you as a dad that it is much easier to use School Cash Online than to constantly be sending money in and coming up with cash to send to school. So I think you'll find it a useful service once you get into school. We have a school YouTube channel. And on that YouTube channel, we put various videos. Actually, the video from today's meeting will be on there in the next day or so. There's some other cool videos just during our time that we've been at home. We've posted videos where the teachers have been all saying hi to the kids. And there's a link here actually for our Catholic education video. Also on the YouTube channel is a really unique opportunity called Snuggle Up and Read. We started doing Snuggle Up and Read this year. And so that is where myself or some special guests or staff members have read storybooks and then we post a video of those stories. So it's like Ms. Bancoli was saying earlier, it's great to have your children reading and learning stories in your home language, but it's also great for them to hear stories in English. So if you're feeling like you're in a situation where it would be tough for you to read your child a story, it's great to go to the Snuggle Up and Read option. And there's right now there's 20 different storybooks in video form on our YouTube channel that you can show to your kids. So there's nothing stopping you from already showing those kids, your kids, those videos over the summertime as they get ready to come to school. So it's time for questions. As I mentioned at the start, there is a little section, a little spot on that information bar in the middle of the screen where you could put your hand up. You could just click that little hand signal, and that'd be a chance for us to know that you have a question, and then we'd get you to unmute yourself. Anybody want to be the brave first person that wants to ask a question? You can also type a question into the chat box. Okay, we'll give you another opportunity at the very end. So right here, we just have a list of different resources that will help you working with your kids and getting them ready for school. If by chance you have not got all your registration done for next year, there is a link here at the bottom of the page where you can go in and complete the registration process. And here's some great information from the government that can help you prepare your kids for school next year. This is just a neat little story about students, and just the idea that you know, if kids are just playing, they're not really just playing. They're doing all kinds of learning and all kinds of opportunities. So I'll just take a moment and read that to everyone. When I'm building in the Block Center, please don't say I'm just playing. For you see, I'm learning as I play about balance. I may be an architect someday. When I'm getting all dressed up or setting the table or caring for the babies, don't get the idea that I'm just playing. I may be a mother or father someday. When you see me up to my elbows in paint or standing at an easel or molding and shaping clay, please don't let me hear you say just playing. For you see, I'm learning as I play. I just might be a teacher someday. When you see me engrossed in a puzzle or some playing at my school, please don't feel the time is wasted in play. For you see, I'm learning as I play. I'm learning to solve problems and concentrate. I may be in business someday. When you see me cooking or tasting foods, please don't think that because I enjoy it, it's just play. I'm learning to follow directions and to see the differences. I may be a cook someday. When you see me learning to skip and hop and run and move my body, please don't say I'm just playing. For you see, I'm learning as I play. I'm learning how my body works to be a doctor, a nurse, or an athlete someday. When you ask me what I've done at school today and I say, I just played, please don't misunderstand me. For you see, I'm learning as I play. I'm learning to enjoy and be successful in my work. I'm preparing for tomorrow. And today, I am a child and my work is play. And folks, that brings us to the end of our slides. And I really, truly think it's important, if you have any questions, that you give us a chance to answer those now. And of course, Martha is available to answer questions in Tigrinya as well. And if you're not sure about the putting up your hand part, you can absolutely unmute yourself and just go ahead and ask a question in English or whatever language you have.
Paul,
Yes.
Darlene has a really good suggestion in the chat that maybe Martha could ask in Tigrinya if there's any questions. And I'm just thinking maybe we could stop sharing the screen and we could see each other. It might make it a little bit easier.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Okay. So did you have a question?
Yes, Mr. Glarin.
Hi.
How are you? Can I ask Marta in Tigrinya, please?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
في حتى ندخلها.
اوكي انتي قبل كده ليه ابين نير دارجة حاجية خفيفة بدحر خندي مو بحاس يروس بزعبان تاي زي اخيبا زي قرب خد قلت سلي دلي.
Okay, so Mr. Gladding, he's saying that I couldn't open it very quickly, so on time, so a lot of information is missing. So what's the meeting about? You want me to explain that to him?
Yeah, so does he have the slideshow?
It is slideshow عليك تريد لها slideshow.
سلايد شو داونلود قريت سلايد شو مو داونلود مسقوركو تميتين خا ابين دحري خلا جزي خانا نتميتين داونلود قري هجي بخومي مسين زولو تسلايد شو سي اي راخونا خفتكون خلي راخوني.
He couldn't open the slideshow.
He couldn't open?
Yeah, he couldn't open. He tried to open it and then he couldn't join the meeting. So he just stopped downloading the slideshow and he just joined the meeting.
Okay, but he does have the slideshow link though, is that correct?
Yeah, it's a link na slideshow قلنا لك مش حكي؟
علن داونلود قريو علني.
He
Okay,
had it.
so perfect. So two things. So of course we are chatting here tonight with all of us and Martha. And then next Thursday night, there is another opportunity because we have a number of Eritrean families that are at our school and Our Lady of Lourdes and Holy Rosary School. So next Thursday night at 7 o'clock, we will have a Tigrinya only information and question and answer period, which would be another chance for you folks to get together with Martha and maybe Eden as well and be able to ask questions and get answers in Tigrinya again. But certainly those questions are welcome today.
Yeah.
Okay.
تبغى نقعد حتتك زي زلوا ربع كان زح أخي بقينا بزعبة أنت حتى خم تقولوا صباح فشاء زلين ربع أنت أخي بزعبة تم قالوا ست مرتنا عمت هذا جمرو حدش أنت تيك قبر لامي سأز أبك مرتي كميلا ما هرو حدا كلاس كم زم ما هرو ما هرم كم زلوا مش أبو خم زلوا عند حدا قال لي أم أتوبس كنت كمول لام تغين خاعت أتوبس تكمو تسرع بيت كبصحم كم زلوا أب كبابي بيت مرت كبصحم كم زلوا عند حدا أبتكوردو خلوا حدا سمعت يخ أبلام كم زلوا سأز بحفل شات تمرتنا عمتها بخمي يمثل زلنا تزاريمنا.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Do other parents have questions?
That's all I have. Thank you. I can see the slide, what looks like the slide, and more maybe the same like you say. I can ask for next meeting. Where is it tomorrow or when you say the next one?
حمص عشرة.
نصباح مالتي؟
حمص كم لامي حمص عشرة.
Yeah. Okay. That's all I have. Thank you very much.
Okay, so in the link, in the email that we sent today, there was the link for today's meeting, as well as a link for next Thursday. So next Thursday at 7 o'clock, you click on that link and you'll be able to talk to Martha and other families.
Okay, thank you very much. You're welcome.
Hi, Mr. Gladding, this is Aditya.
Hello.
I don't know if you want us to be on the camera or something.
You're welcome to. There you go. Hi.
This is us. Hi.
Hi.
We have a quick question. So considering all the COVID situation going on,
Yes.
a lot of discussions and possibility of, whether or not we will be able to start the classes by September. If yes, if because of the physical distancing, will there be any possibility of limiting the number of students in a class? Do you have something about that?
So at this point, we don't have any specific direction from the Ministry of Education, from the government. You can imagine that over the last 3 months, we've been sort of going on a week-to-week, month-to-month basis on what exactly is happening. And unfortunately, we don't have all the answers to the questions. I mean, I am asking the questions just the same as you are. And so it's fair to say that we expect that life in school as we know it will be different in September. It certainly won't be operating as we're used to. And guidelines will be coming out from the Ministry of Education and certainly from Public Health. So whatever Public Health is telling the Ministry of Education that is what we will follow. And I know there's definitely been talk about whether the numbers of students would be changed on a daily basis, or how that will work. At this point, we don't know, and quite frankly, as you know, the COVID-19 has evolved and changed, and fortunately, it is improving. Things are getting better. The cases, the number of cases is going down, so hopefully that continues, and you know, we'll certainly have more information as we get closer to the fall.
Sure. Thank you very much.
Okay, so the one thing I would suggest to all of you is to subscribe to the newswire for the school. That would be a great way to start getting information when we send out updates from them. And we actually send out updates straight from when we get letters from the Minister of Education or we get letters from the board. We do send those out on the newswire. So I would suggest that all of you take a moment to go to the school website, and down at the bottom, you'll see a section for newswire, and you can subscribe there. Hi, buddy.
Say hi, Anish.
Mr. Gladding, I'm wondering how many of our new friends, because we do have 19 different families here of our 27.
Yes.
I'm wondering if the parents want to maybe put their children to say hi to us. If the staff are putting on their pictures in that, if we want to just say hi.
Martha, could you translate as well, please, for that?
I'm sorry, it was muted. So كلهم ስድራ ቤታት ቆልዑትኩም ንዓመታት ዝጅምሩ ናይ ስድራ ቤት ከም ዝንሪኦም ዘለና ስእሊ እቲ ቪድዮ ክትውልዕዎ ትኽእሉ ኢኹም ክንሪአኩም ሰላም ክንብለኩም ደሊና
This guy is continuously saying
This is awesome. We're getting to see all our new friends.
Yes.
I have a question if you are hearing me.
Yes.
It's better to explain in Tigrinya if I can.
Yeah, go ahead. Martha will translate. Yeah, go ahead.
What they say, حجي تاشمي زرباس ليت توكري جميل زلو حجي قرب تاشمو قبركايو هو خي 5 يوم قلعوكم يكونيو قال مشالو حجي كم دون ابنت واشروم خيد دحر داليو يخيديو اي قنا زربكايو قن بعلو تشا فلما يتحبير كايو ويخيديو تشا قال فلا معلت 5 يوم after تمرت تخت وعيل فك ادا كايو كتري او خمي يخونالو.
So she's asking, my son is a late talker. Let's say, if, for example, he doesn't say washroom, but if you show him one day, he will just run and go by himself. So is it allowed? Can I spend a day or two with him in the school?
So mom cannot, any parents would not spend time in the school with their students, but absolutely have a conversation with the classroom staff when you get to school and let them know that that's the situation, and you can come up with a signal or a symbol or something that he'll be able to go to the washroom when he needs to.
Yeah. ስለዚህ ንቤት ትምህርቲ ኣብ ቤት ትምህርቲ ምስ ምውዓል ኣይፍቀደልክን እዩ ዝኾነ ስድራ ቤት ኣይፍቀደሉኒ ግን እቲ መጀመርታ ክትረኽብየን ከለኺ ንዑ ተረድዮ ትሻ ኣበይ ምዃኑ ምክንያቱ ኣብቲ ናቶም ስታንሳይ ዘሎ ትሻ ተረዲክኒ ቤቶም ኣብታ ናቶም ሮምያ so ሓንሳብ ተርእኽየን ወይ ከዓ ምልክት ጥራሕ ሓርኢ ክንብሎ ኢና ናይ ሻ ምልክት ምናልባት ክገብራለ እንተ መምህራን ድሕሪ እቲ ምልክት ኣርእዩ ጥራሕ ክኸይድ ይኽእል እዩ ዋን ሓንቲ ፀገም የብሉን okay
yeah.
And Martha, let me add to that for all the parents. As mentioned before, the washroom is right in the classroom. It's right in the room. And so if the student has to go, they can go. You know, it's not, you know, if there's an emergency, we don't have to worry about them having an accident because they don't have to ask to leave the room and go down the hallway. You know, they'll have a chance to be able to go right in the room. And like I said, we'll come up with a symbol with the teacher and they'll understand that they have to go.
ስለዚ ሽንቲ ቤቶም ኣብታ ክላስሩም ውሽጢ እያ ዘላ እንደገ ይኮኑ ክወፁ ኣብታ ክስታንሳ ውሽጢ ስለ ዝኾነት ኣብ ድሌቶም ሰዓት ክኸዱ ክእሉ እዮም እቲ ባህሊ ናይ ምፍቃድ ተለሚዶሞ ከዓ ብጣዕሚ ፅቡቅ ንመምህሮም ኣፍቂዶም ክኸዱ ክእሉ እዮም ግን ቀረባ ብጣዕሚ ተሸኣ ወላ ሓንቲ ተሸኣል ጉዳይ የብለን
Paul,
Yes.
can I just add too for that, Mom, that we've been teaching for a while and a lot of us have our own kids. So we actually can tell a lot of times just by the way the children are moving that they need to go to the washroom. So we will ask them to go.
Yes.
ስለዚ ሓንቲ መምህራ ትምልሰልክ ዘላ ወላ ንሕና ከማነ ብነዊሕ ዓመት ዝምሆና ነቶም ቆልዑት ሽንቲ መፂካ ኪድ ንብሎም ኢና ባዕልና ስለዚ ብዙሕ ግዜ ዕረፍቲ ሰዓታት ኣለዎም ስለዚ ኣብቲ ናይ ዕረፍቲ ሰዓታቶም ክኸዱ ክእሉ እዮም ወላ እንዳተማሃሩ እውን ክኸዱ ክእሉ እዮም ስለዚ ወላ ሓንቲ ኣይትሸኣል ማለት እዩ
እሺ ሓረ ድራቭ ኣለክ ምሽ ምትምድንጓ ኢናቱ ስለ ታሽም ዝገብረካ እዩ ገለደሓኒ ሓረሽ say hi
قرب تا كاميرا خرحاب بلا هاي كافة كاميرا قرب رحاو
how are you hi
So just to add to that, to what Miss Meme said, certainly it's kind of fun to say, you know, if a child might be doing the pee-pee dance and we'll have a pretty good sense of if they've got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, that's true.
Can we also let mom know too that we'll provide visuals, you know, where necessary, and most kindergarten classes will have the visuals anyways.
Okay. ስለዚህ ወላ even ኣይዛረብ ወድኺ ብስእሊ ኣሎ ንሪኦም ተሪክን ሻ ኣበይ ምዃኑ ደገ ኣበይ ምዃኑ ስለዚ ናይ መጀመርታ ሰሙን ከመይ ጌርና ከም ንረዳእን እንታይ ከም ዝደልዩ ኢና ንሓቶም ስለዚ ኣብቲ ቀዳማይ ሰሙን ብስእሊ ጌርና ክንሪኦ ኢና ስለዚ ወላ ኣይበል ብስእሊ ከርኤና ይኽእል እዩ ስለዚ ከምኡ ጌርና ክንምህሮ ኢና ንወድኺ
እሺ
And absolutely, there'd be a little picture of a toilet, or quite frankly, because the bathroom's in the room, the student could simply just point at it, and the bathroom's, 30 feet away.
Yeah, فإذا أخذنا الشقة عملك ترينا تشقة كاب كنديموني حموش شميت روح ما يتمل أنا أبوي أحط كلاس وشتيس لذي كرباي بالدعمي
Hi.
Hello. Question?
Hi.
Hi, I was going to just pop on. I'm Mrs. Buchholz. I just wanted to introduce myself. Hi, everybody.
Oh, look at all the kitties.
Hey, my little friends, here's Bergie. Everybody want to say hi to Bergie?
Hi, Miss Kalabu.
My teacher don't.
Okay, does anyone else have any other questions?
زخنا حالات حتى زل
Hi.
ማርታ
ከምዚ
ፈለማየት ቢኑ ምሻሎ ብዙሕ ተሃዊ ከለኹ እንዲ ምስቲ ትምህርቲ ክጅመር ከሎ ከመይ ኣካይዳ ከይዳ ኣሎ ገለ እናረኣኻ ክዕረ ይኽእል እዩ ኢለ እምበር ብዙሕ ክሓትት ይደሊ ኣይ ቅድሚ ሕጂ ሓንቲ ተምሃሩ ቆልዓ ገለ የብለይን እዋ ሕጂ ቁርብ ምስቲ ዘይምዝራቡ ኩሉ ነገር ከየፍቀደ እዩ ክገብሮ ዝደሊ ከይዱ ባዕሉ ዝወስድ ዝኾነ ነገር ሕጂ ህውኻ
يا كاسرنا أمس مركعاتي قبلن كمهرانين ساعة عفت مسرح كنت متيخي عفتي كنت صمون مسكبرة دامت كل وقت قبل تخالي أخي حراي
أوكي بقى
ولا حدا من صن هلاك بس أنا مهروه نقرأ نهجم مركلا حراي ما مستين شيء هذا الله
أباين ردي أملو دحاني كله خستايك قبر خالي نفعيو كحز معتيو قلت ما جامر تاخد رد أقول ترحيو عاش مزخون كل اسمع على قبل
Okay. Martha, what was the question?
No, she's saying that she have a lot of concerns because he doesn't talk at all. Almost he doesn't talk. He will take decisions by himself. He will just grab anything he wants. He will go to washroom by himself. So she's really worried about him. So I told her that we're going to give this information to the teacher, and the first 2 weeks he will know the ethics of the room.
Yes.
So she doesn't have to worry, and we will see the progress together, right? After he starts. Like,
Yeah.
we cannot predict anything. So we will tell the teacher every detail of him, and then we will see how he's going to proceed with the process.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, all parents, you'll have a chance to chat with the teachers. And if you have any specific concerns about your child, you're always welcome to share those. And we will work with you to make sure that everything goes along smoothly for your child.
Yes, after ትምህርቶ ጅምር ከሎ ሓንሳብ ተራኺብና ክንዘራረብ ኢና ምስ መምህር ኣብ ሌት ሰዓት ትድውለና ዓይ ኣኼባታት ክገበል ትኽእል እየ ምስ መምህር ስለዚ ከመይ ይቕፅል ኣሎ ክንፈልጥ ንኽእል ኢና ብሓንሳብ okay?
Okay.
And you know, moms and dads, the reality is that life at school is quite different than it is at home. All of a sudden, you're in a room with 2 adults and 22, 26 other little friends. And generally, the kids really start to pick up and see what other kids are doing. And if everybody else is listening to a story or everybody else is playing a game, most of the kids are going to go and start playing along with everybody else and doing what they're asked.
Yeah, ስለዚ ኩልኩም ስድራ ቤት ክትርድእዎ ዘለኩም ነገር ቆልዑት ኣብ ሓደ ገዛ ምስ ኣቦን ኣደን ኣብ ሓደ ክፍሊ ምስ 24 23 ተምሃሮን በበይኒ ባህርያቶም ኣብ ገዛ ስለ ክልቲኹም ኣቴንሽን ትገብሩሎም ጠባዮም ሙሉእ ክቀያየር ይኽእል እዩ ኣብ ክላስ ግን ምስቶም ተምሃሮ እዮም ክገብሩ ዝደልዩ መፅሓፍ ይንበብ ተለዎም ምስኦም ኮይኖም ክሰምዑ ደልዩ ይፃወቱ ተለዎም ምስኦም ክፃወቱ ደልዩ ስለዚ ብጣዕሚ እዮም ዝተፈላለየ ባህርያት ክህልዎም ስለዚ ብሓባር ክንሪኦ ኢና
Thank you.
Okay, no problem. So does anyone else have any other questions?
Mr. Gladding, this guy has a question for you.
Yes, okay.
You want to talk now? Say hi.
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 I was listening.
Yep.
In my new school, I want to have a part with lots of toys with swings and slides and seesaw.
So you want to be able to play with lots of toys and swings and slides? Is that what he said?
Yeah,
Yes.
he wants a park in his new school where he can go and use the seesaw, the swing, the slides and all that.
Yeah.
So he wanted to know, is he going to get that?
Okay, so we certainly have lots of toys and things to play with in the classrooms and on the schoolyard. And then if you're aware, in our neighborhood, right across the street from the school, we have a big park, and it does have all those swings and teeter-totters and slides. So oftentimes our classes will take that little walk across the street, and they can check out that equipment over there.
See, so you can go there. So thank you.
You're welcome. So actually, right on our schoolyard, we do not have those things, but they're a very, very short walk away.
Mr. Gladding, can I ask our new friend what his name is?
Sure.
Don't know any of your names.
What's your name?
My name is Aya.
Hi, buddy.
What a great name. I see another couple of friends there too.
Could our other friends say their name? How about up in the Matos house?
Hi, first.
شمكم شمنا دقيقة نبنا تخالي أها. Hi.
Hi.
My name is Naomi. Tell them your take your name.
My name is Naomi.
Hi. Nice to see you. Okay, folks. Well, we'll call it a night and we'll let you go. Just a reminder that there will be an opportunity for folks from Eritrea to speak with Martha and other families that speak Tigrinya next Thursday at 7. As we go forward from this meeting, I understand that you may have other questions, and you're welcome to shoot me an email back or Ms. McDonald to ask us if you have other questions. Certainly, you know, unfortunately, as we talked about a little bit earlier, we don't have all the answers in terms of what life is going to look like over the next 3 months. So we will continue to update you. Like I said, please do sign up for the Newswire, and then you'll get the regular communications from the school. Okay, so we wish you all very, very good and healthy times. Take care of each other. And boys and girls, we're looking forward to seeing you all in September. So have a great night. Everybody say bye-bye.
You too. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Hey.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Thank you very much, staff, for being here and helping out. Enjoying the show.
Thanks, Paul and Sherry, for all your hard work on
All good. Sherry's the tech expert.
this. Yes, I know. She's a tech goddess.
We're all learning. Listen, Paul did all the videoing. We're all learning. This was actually really nice. I really like that, guys. Thank you very, very, very much. I think it worked really smoothly.